Also tonight, In Memoriam, how the region's preparing to take part in the annual act of remembrance.
And Heroes at Home, the faded photo that's led to a hunt for the postman who joined Dad's army.
Now, tomorrow, the region will fall silent once again in memory of those who've fallen in wars across the globe.
More than 60 years after the end of World War II, the message of remembrance remains stronger than ever, with even the youngest children being taught how war has affected the world.
Rachel Bullock now reports on how tomorrow's silence will pay tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice in conflicts past and present.
Never was so much owed by so many to so few. Churchill's famous victory speech, its words still echoing more than 60 years on. Tomorrow, on the 11th minute of the 11th hour, thousands will fall silent in memory of our war dead. There's efforts to ensure that Armistice Day will not die with the generation that witnessed it.
If we've just forgot about them, they'd really done it for nothing, and we might not have even been here if they didn't do that and if they didn't fight for our country.
This primary school in Yarm places war history high on its curriculum. Its 6-year-olds sell poppies in the playground. Its 11-year-olds visit Normandy.
When I get old and die, the other people will wear poppies as well. We can remember the soldiers who died. A lot of the England soldiers and the German soldiers died, and where they died, poppies started growing.
Ben is just 6 years old, the same age Charlie Hayes was when World War II broke out. His school playground had an air raid shelter. Middlesbrough's nearby steelworks a prime target for German air raids.
Gas masks were issued, sort of a cardboard box with a string strap on it, and the teachers would give you an instruction how to put it on and how to breathe when you've got it on. A lot of kids did panic, actually, they didn't like it. And it was the bombs you heard. And then there was a noise of falling bricks.
The world has moved on, but taken with it modern war, Afghanistan and Iraq. Those wars carry the same terrible price as the ones which marred the 20th century. This year, a record 37 million poppies have been sold. That's a record number, and a sign perhaps that yesterday's wars echo today's conflicts. Tomorrow's silence then is sure to ring out for all of our war dead, both past and present.
We have lost, quite a few guys over the recent years serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. I don't think we'll ever see losses like we did in World War I or World War II before, because conflicts just aren't like that today. Or I can't see them being like that in the future. But yeah, you are definitely paying respect to anyone who's lost their life.
2 minutes of silence to remember their ultimate sacrifice. Rachel Bullock, ITV Time Tees.
Well, they became known as Dad's Army, but the harsh reality was that if Hitler had invaded Britain 60 years ago, they would have laid down their lives to defend us.
The Home Guard was made up of those too old or too young to join up, or men doing vital jobs here at home. Every area had its own contingent, and even some organisations like the Post Office had a unit.
And thereby hangs a mystery, or at least in Barnard Castle. Here's Andy Kluz to explain.
And this is it, a faded photograph of 80 members of the Home Guard, given to a postman in Barnard Castle. But who are they? Where are they? When was it taken? Questions that are only just now starting to be answered.
Well, what happened, I got a phone call off a lady in Barnard Castle who said she had a photo of the Post Office Home Guard. Now, I knew there was a Post Office Home Guard, but I could never ever get any information on it. And she said it was members from all over the North East. And we identified a few postmen that we knew from Barnard Castle, but we didn't know anything about it at all, really, apart from that.
In fact, while we were with Fred at the Barnard Castle sorting office, there was a bit of a breakthrough.
Fifth from the right. Yeah, I've got that. Fred, I've got some good news. It's at the new telephone exchange in Barnard Street, Darlington, as it was first built.
Oh, that's where it's at.
This is the sort of thing a contingent would have got up to. Dad's Army in action. Fred and David are hoping that over the coming weeks and months they'll be able to name all the men in the photograph and perhaps trace their families.
Literally, as you were speaking to Fred, I got the phone call to say where it was taken, that his father-in-law was actually photographed on there, and the actual location, we didn't know where it was from.
Do you think that will help you in your quest to identify everybody in the picture?
Hopefully, yes.
With Remembrance Sunday upon us and time to think of those who gave their lives in war, it's perhaps also appropriate to spare a thought for the heroes at home who did their bit for their country. Andy Kluz, ITV Tyne Tees, Barnard Castle.
Well, can you help? We want to hear from you if you recognise anyone from that photo, or if you perhaps had relatives who served in the Home Guard and was a postman in the southern part of County Durham. You can send us an email at net@itv.com. That's net@itv.com.